Hello everyone, Fifon is with you. In the world of animations, there are a lot of characters that move with incredible speed. Their speed is so great that you would never even know that they ran or flew past you, simply because you would not be able to see them. Today I will talk about the 10 fastest characters from different animated series. This does not include anime and Marvel characters, since for each of these groups you can record a separate video. Let's not drag it out. Let's start. The 10th place of this top is taken by SpongeBob SquarePants. I'm sure you are now surprised and maybe even angry at why I put it here at all. However, in the episode of Sea Superman and Bespectacled Man 5, this sponge appears before us in the form of a runner, a local Flash parody. Wearing the costume of a deceased member of the League of Fair Super Buddies, he gained the ability to run incredibly fast. At his limit, the runner is able to reach such speed that while running his movement will not even be visible, and you will not notice his absence at all. According to a study on the study of human vision, the speed that the human eye is not able to catch is 17,500 meters per second, or 6,011,390 kilometers per hour. It runs so fast that you understand it is 5 times the maximum, even according to the calculations of the most ardent fans of the Rainbow Dash speed. Twice known the speed of the superhero Ribna from Sleepwalkers, 30 times the speed of Gonzalez captured at that moment, and 50 times the speed of sound. And this is only 10th place. However, unlike many other heroes, if the runner tries to accelerate even more and overcome its maximum, it will turn into ashes, simply unable to withstand such a speed. In 9th place is Freakazoid from the animated series of the same name, a parody crazy superhero who got his abilities because of a chip by accidentally pressing the right combination of 25 keys on the computer. At that moment he absorbed so much information that he went crazy, and in addition received incredible strength, telekinesis, and super speed. It took the hero only 22 seconds to overcome half the globe and get from Washington to Tibet, and scream at the monk who gnashed his pitchforks too loudly. And this is 12,000 kilometers for a minute. Since these skills were granted to Freakazoid by an electronic chip, its speed is directly related to the source of its occurrence. It is electricity that allows the superhero to move so rapidly. Judging by what is shown, the hero can hardly reach the speed of light, but at least he certainly moves at a speed of 359 million kilometers per hour, literally reincarnating his discharge at the time of use. This is a third of the speed of light. 8th place is occupied by Anbunchui from the Amphibian. At the end of the 2nd season, the girl was endowed with a mysterious power from the blue stone of the Casket of Distress and gained incredible superhuman abilities, energy manipulation, levitation, increased strength, agility, and speed, and moves so fast that it is simply impossible to follow her. The girl is able to literally disappear in front of everyone. In a moment she finds herself in another part of the room. From her point of view, the world seems to have slowed down, and not one opponent even has time to react to the blow. On a slow-motion scene, when the laser fired by Andreas's robot literally hovered in the air in front of her face, and the girl, like a flash, dodged him, proving that she had reached the speed of light. However, and is still not able to fully control this power. Its use is limited to a couple of minutes of time, and after that she falls from exhaustion. Nevertheless, let her in a short time it is capable of reaching speeds of more than 1 billion kilometers per hour. In 7th place we have the Captain of the Planet, created by Gaia, the spirit of the earth, an incredibly powerful magical entity from the old animated series of 1990. It is he who is parodied by Planetina in the 3rd episode of the 5th season of Rick and Morty. When our planet is in danger, the power of 5 rings of heroes calls to this world of the rescuer. He is practically invulnerable, able to change his molecular structure, controls all the elements, has a huge sphere of strength, and can fly at unimaginable speed. As attentive fans noticed, in the 3rd episode of the 2nd season, he circled the Earth 3 times in just 0.89 seconds with huge domes on his back. Given that the circumference of the Earth is 40,075 kilometers, which means he is able to fly at a speed of 486 million kilometers per hour. This is practically half the speed of light, and do not forget about the load on the shoulders of almost 1 million tons by weight. Therefore, without it, he could well not only reach, but also calmly overcome the necessary billion kilometers per hour. 6th place is occupied by Zulrate, or Mooney from Bedin. In the universe of this series, there are many incredibly fast creatures. The Samge flies faster than the speed of sound. The speed of the front track allows you to get ahead of rockets and save friends from an explosion. This is already more than 30,000 kilometers per hour. However, Sulrate on the screen performed much more significant feats. In the 9th episode of the 2nd season, Ben, in the form of this alien, trying to remove the detonator, finds the desired 6-digit combination from 46,650 possible options in just 10 seconds. In the 2nd episode of the 3rd season of the classic, he managed to overtake the future Gwen at the time of time travel. He ended up in the future faster than the girl had time to just exit the portal. In the series of monstrous weather, Sulrate calmly runs faster than lightning and takes people literally at the moment of her strikes. The discharge of current from the cloud to the ground moves at a speed of 300 million kilometers per hour, and the Ben runs past faster than it has time to cover this distance, which means that it is several times higher than its speed. During acceleration, this alien is not able to catch the human eye. Lasers for him fly at the speed of balloons. Time around him slows down to such an extent that it seems to be completely frozen, which means that he is even able to overcome the speed of light without much effort. The top 5 of our top is opened by Sonic, and there are also cartoons about him, so he can be included in this video. When calculating the add-on, taking into account all games, anime, and films, even according to his initial ideas. According to his name, the blue hedgehog had to move at the speed of sound. However, over time, he gained more and more powers. Having collected all 7 Chaos Emeralds, he is already able to significantly exceed the speed of sound. His speed at full speed is a lightning bolt, and jerks and attacks reach the speed of light. They are even called light speed. Spin Dash Superluminal Sneakers, even in its usual form. It allows the Dream Book to reach the speed of light, and with 7 Super Emeralds in the form of Hypersonic. According to its description, our hero already calmly overcomes the speed of light on his own. If he were also wearing sneakers, he would be able to exceed it at least several more times. In 4th place, we have a Coffin Cop Block Grotto from Adventure Time. And here we move into the league of guys who are already able to exceed the speed of light many times over. This is a powerful 4-faced deity from Mars, which monitors the order of our galaxy and protects the lands of nearby planets from all sorts of dangers. In an instant, it able to develop incredible speed from the surface like a rocket. Rushing through space, was able to reach the speed of a falling spaceship, and even catch up with a Swiftar Galorg flying at the speed of a comet. And in the episode Sons of Mars, Grobkop Gokrit covered the distance from Mars to Earth in just a minute. If you take into account the smallest distance between these planets, when the Earth is exactly between the Sun and Mars, it is necessary for a Grubkopagrit to fly at a speed of 3,300,000,000 kilometers per hour in order to reach here in a minute, and this is already 3 times the speed of light. On's place is occupied by Super Babs from the animated series of the same name. 3 artificially created baby heroines with hundreds of various powers and able to easily make any superhero in every possible aspect. In the 5th episode of the 4th season of the original animated series, the bubble crossed the entire globe without even straining in just 4 seconds. This is more than 2 billion kilometers per hour and more than twice the speed of light. She still didn't try at all, and most of the time she ran on a par with the email. I think breaking the captured record of Grobgod Block Road of 3 billion kilometers will not be a problem for the bubble. What can I say if they're run inadvertently, imperceptibly for them, destroys all the buildings in the district? And in episode 12 of season 2, having decided to arrange a race with each other, the girls reached such a speed that they broke through the fabric of space and time, finding themselves in the distant future, just as easily managed to go back to their time. In 2nd place is XJ9, from the life and adventures of a teenage robot. As is clear from the name of the animated series, she is a robot girl, and fighting aliens and flying into space is a common thing for her. High-class weapons components allow her to easily travel interstellar travel. In 9 Series 3 season, trying to hide from her mother, the genie flies to the moon, covering the distance from the Earth to the satellite in just 4 seconds. Even if she flew in a straight line at the minimum possible distance, the robot would need to develop a third of the speed of light. However, this cannot be compared with her speed in the Idol episode. With the help of an alien sanctuary, Jenny moves the sun back from the Earth to its usual place in our star system. and then moving from the far side of the sun returns to Earth in just 5 seconds. Given the distance from the Earth to the sun and half the circumference of the sun itself, we can calculate that at that moment XJ9 was moving at a speed of 109 billion kilometers per hour, which is 100 times the speed of light. And the first place in our top is occupied by Omniman from The Invulnerable, the greatest hero in the universe of this animated series, who is not part of not Marvel not DC, even though he looks like a man. But in fact he is not an alien from the powerful Iltramich race. They are invulnerable, strong, and incredibly fast. Literally in a second he managed to destroy an entire planet of aliens rushing through the buildings of their cities, and interplanetary flights are generally a daily activity for his race. Rushing into space at the end of the first season, according to the original comic, he reached the nearest star system in a week, even if Omniman did not fly in a random direction to a random star, but initially purposefully moved to Proxima Centauri, the nearest known star systems. He needed to overcome the distance in 4 whole 246,000 flight years in just 168 hours, which means that he needed to move at a speed of 238 billion kilometers per hour, which is 221 times the speed of light. It is not clear, of course, why did he then fly on the ground with much lower speed, but perhaps he was afraid to damage the structure of the planet at such a speed, which is quite logical in the context of the Invulnerable plot. That's all for me. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Fifon was with you. Good luck and bye.